Look, Jurgen, I'm worried about you, mate. Look, I just think it would be better for everybody if you let me send you and your coaching staff on a first aid course, just to make sure everybody's going to be safe. Mate, your face is as red as a Liverpool shirt you're choking so badly. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to our English Players Only Manchester United. It is Season 2, Episode 13. Hopefully not unlucky because today we have Manchester City in the Champions League semi-final, both legs. And, well, obviously we have a chance to make the final, and it could be, well, against surprise pack at Shakhtar or Barcelona when we get there, if we get there. Now, there's not too much to catch you up on off the field, so we'll get to catching you up on the field with what's been happening, and there has been a lot in the Premier League. The first game we need to catch you up on was against Newcastle, so let's see. Now, they're struggling in the league, but obviously we know they have lots of money, so they're always going to be a little bit dangerous. We took a first-half lead when Williams played in Maddison. And it was 2-0 moments later thanks to Harry Kane. Before Edwards crossed for Shortire to seal the win in the second half. So we dominated this game. It was a really good performance from us. You can see that from the XG tracker. Newcastle are really struggling in the league and they are actually in danger of going down. So that would be a shock if that was to happen. But you can see it was a little bit of a rotated mishmash side. But it was good enough to get the job done. Williams, 2 assists, absolute blinder at right back he had. And so that was job done. Now, we have one more game to catch you up on. That was against Brighton. So let's see how that went. Longstaff played in Rashford to give us the lead. Brighton pulled level in first half stoppage time. And then took the lead early in the second half. But Longstaff crossed for Madueke to pull us level late on. Before Rashford won it in stoppage time. So we pulled it out very, very late on. Rashford with a stoppage time winner. Madueke had a good game. We came off the bench. We had to bring some big guns off the bench in Madueke. Was he the only one? I thought I had a couple of subs that came on. No, I thought Madueke came off the bench and did really, really well. So, and Longstaff, in from the cold, had a good game with 2 assists there as well. Now, that late winner was even more spectacular because if we go and have a look at the competitions and more specifically the Premier League, if we go back, and this is not really going to help us, is it? But anyway, you can see we are top of the table with a game in hand, 2 points ahead of Liverpool, and eventually we'll get there. I'm trying to get the fixtures. How am I going to get there? Here it is. We got there eventually. We'll scroll back and we will see in the 91st minute, Norwich City got an equalising goal against Liverpool. So while we were going in front, Liverpool were busy dropping points. If we go back a little bit further than that again to Liverpool's game before that, we will see that they lost at home to Southampton. So they are in full choke mode, it would appear. And they've got 4 games left to play, 2 points behind. If we were to win our game in hand, obviously they'd be 5 points behind with 4 games to play. And that starts to look very, very good for us, doesn't it? Now, if we want to have a look at the run-in, so we can see it here now. Obviously, we do have the extra game, but it's between us and Liverpool. Villa are there, but they're not really. They're 9 points back, and they've only got 12 points to play for. So we've both got to play Wolves. We've just played Brighton, and so they've got to play Liverpool as well. We've got to play Norwich, who Liverpool have just played. We've both got Leicester, and then Arsenal. We've both got Villa, and then Arsenal is sort of the extra game that we have there. So we essentially are playing the same team sort of in the last 2 months of the season or so, which is going to make it very, very interesting. Outside of Villa, though, there's no real top team. Arsenal and Leicester are obviously going to be tough. And if we actually go and have a look at the competition screen, you'll see that we are playing Leicester in the FA Cup final. So that'll be a good little preview for that. But that's the way the league is shaping up. It's looking good, but obviously it's not done yet. And we're all about Europe this episode and the Manchester derby that is there within. So let's have a look here and see what we're doing. It is a 4-3-3 that we're facing here. Last episode, of course, we beat Manchester City in the FA Cup semi-final. So let's hope we can do that again. It's Henderson in goal. It's Shaw, Tomori, Maguire, and Wan-Bissaka. It is Rice and Bellingham in midfield. Greenwood, Maddison, and Madueke. Kane goes up top. A bench of Green, Holgate, Williams, Garner, Loftus-Cheek, Sancho, and Rashford. Hopefully they're not going to be required and we can get the job done with the starting 11. And I say that because we have a game against Wolves in between these two in the league and we want to try and field as strong a side in that as we possibly can. A lot of aggression in that defensive line, which maybe isn't ideal. what do we want to say? I wonder if just play without pressure, go and have a bit of fun. It is a big game in Europe. That's worked. It's got rid of a lot of the aggression there. And, well, let's hope that that carries over onto the field now. All right, and here we go. Of course, again, a reminder, no away goals, so we don't have to worry so much about that. If we can take a lead home with us to Old Trafford, that would be magnificent. But obviously, the goal here is to make sure that we are in the Champions League final at the end of everything when it's all said and done. Now, of course, we fell at this stage last season, didn't we? When we lost to Paris Saint-Germain, and they looked a ridiculous side, yet somehow managed to get themselves knocked out in the group stage this year. Greenwood over a free kick. Now, we have seen him get a couple. Can Mason Greenwood bend in an early goal? It wasn't too bad, but it was always just fading away, wasn't it? I don't know if you can hear. Morty is trying to sleep on my lap here, so he's a little bit annoyed at the noise and the lights. Can we get a block in here? Wan-Bissaka on a booking. I'd rather he wasn't going lunging in like that. Now, one thing we are doing a little bit different to last time is we're playing with a deeper defensive line. The reason for that is we're expecting them to be a more vertical tiki-taka side this time. And they score a lot of their goals from through balls. Oh, and Shaw has just bundled over Sterling. And we're going to have a penalty kick. And hopefully Henderson can pull off a save here. Now, of course, he did save a penalty from De Bruyne at Wembley, didn't he, in the FA Cup semi? Can he do it again? In his head, Hendo. Come on. Get in his head. De Bruyne. Oh, he is in his head, and De Bruyne misses for a second time. It's still there, though. Don't blast it out of the back in that situation. Foot through the ball. Oh, we've got away with that, though. Henderson with another save. Tamori! Oh! Tamori! He gives us the lead at the Etihad. And it is 1-0 to Manchester United in the Champions League semi-final first leg. And no one went anywhere with De Bruyne's. I don't know what he's rattled. De Bruyne's rattled. Isn't that right, Mortimus? Fantastic stuff. Let's give them some praise. And in the space of a few minutes, we've gone from potentially being 1-0 down, facing a penalty, to 1-0 up. And you could argue De Bruyne was there for both of those things. Greenwood's in. Greenwood sits down the goalkeeper. But then his finish is, well, it's dinked over the top. But this is going okay. Look at that. 3 minutes of madness from De Bruyne. Not so much even Manchester City, just De Bruyne. Misses a second penalty in a matter of weeks against Henderson, and then just decides he doesn't want to mark Tamori. Here we go. Greenwood is free again. Can he whip a cross in this time? He can. It's a good one towards Harry Kane. It's over the top. And that will end that particular highlight. Let's keep praising. I don't like that Bellingham and particularly Wan-Bissaka on a booking is looking aggressive. Half-time might involve an arm around Wan-Bissaka telling him just to calm down a little bit. But 1-0 it is at the break. We'll point the finger. We will say, yeah, remain focused. Don't think the job is done. I do want to have a little talk here to Wan-Bissaka, and I need you to calm down to avoid being sent off. He has essentially ignored me, so excellent stuff, Aaron. Now, there is a part of me here that wonders, with Brandon Williams on the bench, who is not the world's worst right back. He's a highly influential player as well. Do we just make a change there for the sake of keeping players on the field? I mean, Wan-Bissaka is a good defender. He does like to dive into tackles, though. It's one of the, if I don't take him off, he's going to get sent off, isn't he? We'll give them some praise. I mean, we've had 10 shots, only 2 on target, which is slightly frustrating. Now, if this goes back there, okay, he's not aggressive now. Noni Madueke is looking nervous. That's not ideal. We do have Sancho, who could go over there. We also have Rashford, who could play over there. But again, I want those guys fresh, if at all possible, for Wolverhampton. Wan-Bissaka gets a cross in towards Harry Kane. Nods it down, but straight into Edison's hands. Now, was that the highlight? We've got 20 minutes to play here. Any lead we could take home with us would be very, very gratefully received, wouldn't it? Come on, boys. Shaw has picked up a knock. We're going to have to take him off, and we don't have Thomas on the bench because it's a shorter bench in Europe than it is in the Premier League. Oh, okay. So we'll do that. That's where Williams is going to have to go, isn't it? Hopefully that won't And Madison's got a knock as well. It's all what's happening here? What's Madison done? Twisted knee. All right, so Loftus-Cheek can come on for him. I mean, that's not ideal with the Wolverhampton game just around the corner, but we've got a little bit of wiggle room, and Bellingham is now injured. Well, this is going to be a Pyrrhic victory, isn't it? If it is to be a victory at all. And we've got defending to do. Straight into the arms of Henderson. Short for Maguire. Declan Rice to Kane. Kane gets it forward for Greenwood. It's over the top here. Can Mason Greenwood get a second goal? Mason Greenwood! Oh, he can't. Edison makes the save. Can we just tell him to focus? I'll take the one. 6 minutes. Jesus. We'll take the 1-0. We're going home with a lead. We are 90 minutes away from the Champions League final, but there's a few injuries in there that are maybe of concern. So Luke Shaw is 4 to 10 days, so physio a week, so he should be back for the second leg. So that's good. The Madison injury is 4 to 6 days. He should be back for the second leg. Bellingham is bruised ribs. He is going to be back for that game. Tomori is tired. Well, he's going to get a rest midweek. And, of course, he got the goal that gives us a lead coming into that second leg. All right. Wait right there. I will play through this Wolverhampton game, catch you up on the highlights, and then be back to see if we can qualify for the Champions League final. Okay, welcome back. We are 90 minutes away from the Champions League final, and if we were to get there, it would be Barcelona we would be playing after they have beaten Shakhtar 3-1 on aggregate. So, yeah, this is, it's nervy all of a sudden, isn't it? Now, there's one game to catch you up on in the league. That was against Wolverhampton, so let's see how that went, and then we'll head off for this semi-final. Jadon Sancho gave us an early lead before Longstaff played in Rashford early in the second half. So Longstaff has been the assist machine recently in the league. We absolutely dominated this game. We should have scored many, many more goals, but 2 is enough, and we get the 3 points. And if we have a quick update of the league table, with Liverpool have 3 games to play. We have 4. We are 2 points ahead of them. Worst case scenario with 3 games to play, we're going to be 3 points ahead of Liverpool. 2 points ahead of Liverpool, and oh, could we be on for what would be the perfect season? We're edging ever so close, aren't we? But we've got a big game here. We are only 1-0 up against Manchester City. We know that they can score many, many goals if we get them on the wrong day. Madison, oh, he's not quite come up for this one. Okay, so that means we're going to have to change things a little bit. I think maybe the easiest thing to do is to just start Loftus-Cheek, although he's got a heavy match load. But I think that's possibly the easiest thing to do. Or do we take Longstaff's recent good form? Put him... Yeah, what we don't want to do... No, what I don't think we want to do is change what we've got, the link up there in midfield between Rice and Bellingham. It's a shame we've lost Madison, essentially. Well, he can play, just not start. And we haven't quite managed to get Ward-Prowse back yet. He is 2 days away. So anyway, the team is Henderson in goal, Shaw, Tomori, Maguire and Wan-Bissaka. It is Rice and Bellingham in midfield. It's Greenwood, Loftus-Cheek, Madueke. Kane goes up top. Let's see if we can do this. All right, so we can see the team sheets there. It looks a very similar starting 11 from Manchester City with penalty taking extraordinaire. I shouldn't bag him too much, but De Bruyne in their lineup. Forget about the first leg. This is the one we're focused on. Let's go with that. It didn't really work against Dortmund, so we'll try it again. But of course, the difference this time is that we're at home, not away like we were at Dortmund. So that is, well, hopefully, anyway, going to be an advantage for us. City's recent form is not great, is it? Certainly by their standards, anyway. So let's hope we can see them off here and get ourselves into the Champions League final. Don't forget, we're still looking for Viewers Player of the Year nomination, so whoever you think has been our best player or your favourite player this season, don't forget to let me know as Sterling whips one over the top. And yeah, we'll get that list together. Thank you if you have already nominated a player, by the way. You can always add to your nominations as well, as you will all well know. Let's give them some praise. A lot of aggression in this team all of a sudden. And again, reminder, no away goals, so it doesn't matter what the score is necessarily. The aggregate score matters, but if it's, you know, there's no away goals. Oh, we're ticking by. And we haven't seen much from them, but we haven't seen anything from us either. So it is what it is, I suppose. I want everyone focused on their game from kickoff. I think that's probably a good thing to say. Mason Greenwood is demotivated. We fixed that. That's excellent. Harry Kane's not having a great day. We've seen before when Kane's not having a good day, he doesn't tend to pick himself up. We've got a corner. Can we get ourselves a 2-goal lead? It is, oh, inches wide from Harry Maguire. He has been magnificent in front of... He's double digits. He's got 10 goals this season. I wonder if now we look to make that switch. Loftus-Cheek for Maddison. We should be able to get half an hour out of Maddison. Loftus-Cheek has played a lot recently. So we will make that change. Harry Kane's only playing a 6.1. As I say, we know from past experience, when he starts badly, he doesn't tend to pick himself up. So we'll make that change, get Marcus Rashford on. We've got ourselves another corner. Luke Shaw, back post. It is headed away. Greenwood will pick it up. It's there for Bellingham. Cross for Rice. Back to Tamori. Rashford, can he... Oh, there's space in behind if he can turn and go. Sterling's got himself a knock. Rashford, he has got the best of Mendy. Rashford's in. Marcus Rashford, he does it! Marcus Rashford, a 19th of the season for him, and he has surely sealed our place in this Champions League final. We'll go back to positive. We don't need to be attacking them anymore. We probably need to be attacking them to start with. But Rashford did it all himself. Ran a ring around Mendy. Not that one. And Edison just beaten at his near post quite tamely, actually. And Wan-Bissaka is injured. Oh, that could be a big, big blow with at least one final, potentially two to come. And of course, the run-in the Premier League as well, though we do have Laird who could play most games of that run. I wouldn't necessarily want to play him against, say, the Aston Villa, who we have potentially next. Oh, and it is Sterling scoring. This isn't done yet. There is still about 15 minutes to play, and it is 1-1 on the night, 2-1 on aggregate, and Manchester City are back into it. And Williams, is that the difference between Williams and Wan-Bissaka out there at right back? Oh dear. Everybody's focused again now. Come on, let's just see this out now. Let's just see this out. Let's give them some praise. We're coming towards the end. Let's go and close it down. Lower tempo. Be more disciplined. All that fun stuff. Let's just sit back in. And are we going to get there? Are we going to get there? Come on, ref. There it is. We are going to the Champions League final. 1-1 it was on the night. 2-1 on aggregate. That win, that missed penalty from De Bruyne in the first leg, that has proved very, very decisive. So there we go. First leg triumph helps Manchester United past. It is, okay, so it's not too bad for Wan-Bissaka either. So we're getting away with injuries just now, aren't we? And we've qualified for the FIFA World Club Cup. That is, well, that's not really going to bother us, is it? But there it is. The Champions League final will be between Manchester United and FC Barcelona. That is one to look forward to. And, well, there's a lot to look forward to in the next few episodes. If you've enjoyed that, thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, of course. We will be back next time for Villa away, Norwich at home. And if we win both of those games, there is a chance that we'll be Premier League champions. It's going to take a little bit help from elsewhere, but the only team that can catch us now, I believe, or realistically anyway, is Liverpool. If we get 6 points from those two games, it begins to look very, very good. And we've got two finals to come as well. Are we going to do a quintuple in just our second season using only English players? We'll find out next time. Take care.